because really that's what I am. I coach artists on how to sell their craft in a way that we can make money and that we can have great restaurants in our community.
Hey, what's up everybody? This time on TribeHouseTV, I got a chance to sit down with my buddy Kevin Santiago, who's the CEO of the Heirloom Group. Fascinating guy and total foodie, by the way. So if you have questions about food, restaurants, he's your guy. He's also done a lot of other things in his career, and we kind of talk about that, so check this out.
I'm Kevin Santiago. I'm the CEO of the Heirloom Restaurant Group located out of Provo, Utah. I had an opportunity come along 11 years ago, and I remember right where I was standing. I had volunteered and I had coached the freshman and sophomore basketball teams at Timpview. And it was something I did on the side. It didn't take a whole lot of time to coach at that level. But they let the coach go at Timpview, and I got this distinct impression, you're going to be the next coach at Timpview. I'm like, how am I going to do that and run my business? There's no way I'm going to be able to do it. And but it was so clear that that was the next step. So the next 9 years I coached at Timpview, and that's a 20, 30-hour a week commitment. So I was running my business. I did So Delicious and bought all of these restaurants while I was coaching. But it's our experiment with destiny, this life. We only got one of it, right? And so I'm so grateful that I got to hang out with my boys, two of my boys, and all the kids that I coached at Timpview. And it was in some ways, a crazy sacrifice to spend 20 to 30 hours a week coaching instead of just being focused on your business. But like, now's the moment, right? There's no other time but right now. So I feel grateful that I took that advantage, and I think it made all the difference in what I get to do now and learning to coach, because really that's what I am. I coach artists on how to sell their craft in a way that we can make money and that we can have great restaurants in our community. The Heirloom Restaurant Group came about because of my love of food. Me and all of my brothers, if you know any of them, you know that we all love food. It came from Ella Merle, our mom, who made amazing meals, and we just love food. So all of the restaurants that we own, at some point I enjoyed and had personal experience with, and when they got in financial trouble or were wanting to close, I wanted to keep them alive and turn them into something, because I believe that restaurants are the center of a community. Where people break bread together is so important. Well, I'm mostly passionate that the chefs have a chance to express themselves, right? I'm a giant fan of the E-Myth. Tony Robbins teaches it now, probably more than the E-Myth itself, right? But there's entrepreneurs, there's managers, leaders, and there's artists. And so many times an artist comes along and they need the other two entities. They need a manager and they need an entrepreneur. I happen to be the entrepreneur. I hire really good managers, and then the artist gets a chance to express themselves, right? That's why Chef Matt, Chef Harrison, Chef Edward, these people are phenomenal chefs, right? And that's why we get to all enjoy their food. And if they didn't have me, they wouldn't have a restaurant to express themselves. But if I didn't have them, I wouldn't have a business to run, right? So it's a combination of those three things that make the world go round. And so often we hear people say, you don't want teams, you don't want employees. And I always think that's the biggest lie ever told. People are what make the world go round, right? You want people on your team. You want to have an amazing team. And that's where you want to do it.